Let us look at these sequences. These are number sequence tests. Let us look into this. Now you observe that the first problem, which is 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36 and 49. So what should be the next sequence? If you look at that, we have 1 square, okay, you have 2 square, which is 4, and so on. So you have 7 square, so the next sequence should be 8 square, which is 64. So the answer corresponding to that would be 64. Fine. Now let us look at next sequence which we have here. Now in that you have 9, 18, 27 and so on. So if you look at this, the difference is 9. Again, if you look at the next difference is also 9 and so on. So now 27 plus 9, I want to find the first missing number, that is 27 plus 9, so that gives 36. I got the first sequence, and the other sequence, which is again, this is 45 plus 9, so this gives as 54. This is another sequence. So we got these two results. So answer would be 36 and 54. Okay, let us look at another sequence which we have here. So now if you look at the difference, you are finding is first is 25.25 decimal places, and afterwards you look at the difference is 3.25. so that is the difference which you find from these two differences, and as well as these two differences, as well as these two differences. So that leads to 3.5. So we have to deduct, that is 3.25 from 87. So that leads to answer which is 83.75. So that is the answer for your third question. Let us move on to the next sequence test. Now if you look at this, now 0 and 6, you add 6, and you have 194, you deduct 6, and what would be the next sequence? So let us and if you look at this, you have been getting adding and subtracting, so that leads to, now I want these two, what would be the result of this? So I have to add this, so that is 18 plus 6, so I get that as 24, and I need to deduct with this, so minus 6, so 88, okay, so let me 88 and minus 6, so this would be 76. So the result is 24 and 76. So these two are the result. Now let us look at another types of sequence test. So if you look at this, so the difference you find, this is 7 and 17, the difference is 17, and here the difference is again 17. So now if you add 68 plus 17, so that results to 85. So 85 is your answer here. Now let us look at the other sequence that we have. We have 1 and 1, and again 1, 2, and what should be this result which you get? So now each time if you look at this, 1 is multiplied with 1, and again you have another result which is uh, again 1, that is it is again multiplied with 2. Okay, that gives 2. Again the other sequence should be 2 multiplied with 3, so that is 6. So you get 6 as the result here. The result is 6. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Sequence test which we have here. Now if you look at this, the difference is 2 here, and the difference is 4 here, and so on. So we get 2, 4, next should be 6 and 8 and 10 and 12. So that should be 12. So the difference should be 12. So we deduct 70 minus 12, which is 58. This. Let us look at another problem here. What we have is 1.5. When you add 1.5 and 1.5, you get 3. Again, when you add this, the difference 5.5, this is 2.5. What you notice is 1.5. Again, 1 is added, so 2.5 and so on. So we get that result. So you get 2.5, and this should be plus 1, so you get 3.5 and so on. So we get that sequence as 3.5, 4.5, and the next term should be 5.5. So we have to add 3.5, 13.5 with 5.5, which results to 19. So 19 is the answer. So let us look at another sequence here. So what we find here is 100 divided 100 is multiplied 2, we get 200, right? So 50 divides by 2, which is 25. Again 400 you have, that is again the next sequence, that is sorry, I mean this you got as 200 into 2, so we should get that as 25 divided by 2, which is 12.5. This is the next sequence corresponding to this. Now let us see the last one, which you have here as 2 and 5.5, and what is the missing number here. So when you look at each time, so 2 plus 3.75, which results to 5.75. So now if I put 5.75, okay, plus 3.75, if you add this, so this results to 9.5, which is the solution for this type of sequence.